So here in the app component, let's remove the messages screen and render a basic screen component. So we want to have some padding on the top. Now VS Code didn't import this component, so you have to manually import it. Import screen from app/components/screen. Now inside this screen component, we want to render our icon component. So we just want to test it here in the app component. So we want to have an icon component with these props. We should be able to set its name. Let's say email. We should be able to set its size. Let's say 50. We should also be able to set its background and foreground color. So background color, that is the color of the circle. Let's set it to red. And icon color to white. So let's go ahead and implement an icon component with this interface. So here in the components folder, we add a new file called icon.js. We implement a function component. Now here we need a view that acts as the container for our icon. So that is the circle over here. So let's add a view. Now we need to give this a bunch of styles. But some of these styles are dynamic. We have to set them based on our props. So let's destructure the props object. What props do we need here? We need the name of the icon. We need its size, its background color, and foreground color. Now, I would like to give this some default values so we don't have to specify them when using the icon component. This makes it easier to use this component. So I'm going to give the size a default value of 40. And background color, I'm going to make it black. And the icon color is going to be white. Now here we could also use the colors in our palette. It doesn't really matter in this case because we're implementing a reusable icon component. This has nothing to do with the branding of our app, okay? So black and white works totally fine here. Now, let's give this view a bunch of styles. So here we pass an object. We set the width to size, the height to size as well, and border radius to size divided by 2. With this, we get a full circle, okay? Next, we set the background color to the background color prop. Here we can use the shorthand syntax in modern JavaScript. So if the key and the value are the same, we can remove the value and just use the key, okay? Now, inside this container, let's add an icon. So on the top, I want to import material community icons. So import from @expo/vector icons. Let's import material community icons. Now we're going to use it inside our container. So material community icons, I'm going to set the name to the name of our icon. That is our prop over here. We should also give it this color. So we set color to icon color and size to. Now let's say this icon should be half the size of its circle. So size times 0.5. Save the changes. Let's test our implementation up to this point. So save app.js. Now, here we have an error. Can't find variable icon because we didn't import it in app.js. So import icon from app/component/icon. Let's try again. So here's what we have. We need to put the icon in the center of the circle. So here we need to apply a couple more styles. What properties should we set to put something in the center of a container? You should know that by now. Justify content and align items, right? Save, take a look. So our icon is working. Now let's test its default values. So in app.js, what if we remove these 3 props? So delete. Now we should have a smaller icon that is black and white. Beautiful. What if we change the size to, let's say 100? Everything works perfectly. So now we have a reusable icon component. Next, we're going to extend our list item component and give it the ability to render an icon.